Hello! To those of you finding my channel, I'm AmazzonKane. I'm a writer. I rewatch episodes of Anaconda every week. I'm obsessed with the show, and I'm personally interested in running an official reboot. A couple people over the course of the time I've been doing this have been requesting this episode specifically, and I forgot about it until recently. This is Uncle Nicky's Midlife Crisis.
Today is a very exciting day on account of it is the first day of our first annual, first ever Tapwater Springs Turtle Races.
Oh, hey.
Between the last turtle, Sheldon and Zippy.
Hey, there's some continuity.
For us to use as bait. Nona says it's an old turtle racing secret from Sicily.
So this is what it feels like to lose your appetite.
Aww.
Ow!
Whoa, what is with his head motions?
Okay?
Oh, yeah, sure. He's just having a really bad day. It started first thing in the morning, right off the bat.
It's like Johnny Bravo's room.
Who's there? My bones are as brittle as uncooked linguine.
Next, he starts taking his morning out.
This is hilarious. It's kind of like the Grunkle Stan of this show. Or Johnny Bravo. Yeah, Grunkle Stan meets Johnny Bravo meets
When he was buying
Eddie from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
industrial-sized hair gel at Waldo's,
Is that all, sir?
Sir? You call me sir? No one calls me sir and gets away with it.
I think maybe Uncle Nicky is sad because he's getting so old.
I'm getting so old.
How old is he supposed to be?
How old is Uncle Nicky?
Oh, he's been 26 for about 9 years now.
Every day
Ow.
it's the same routine. Fast cars and fast women. Who knew getting old would be so boring? Why, I remember being a little boy. Like,
Oh well, off to the turtle races.
races? Hey, can I come?
Oh
I'll
boy.
drive.
I can't believe Uncle Nicky honks at people he wants to say hi to.
Hey, Johnny, put on some tunes, huh? Hey, you kids
Disco.
scream for ice cream or what?
He doesn't alarm you to impress kids.
One Marcel, which is French for Clown Sunday.
Mime.
Take 5 clown Sundays. And don't skip on the clown, huh? Ice cream is on me. Hey, Johnny, you still got that $5?
But that was supposed to be for Nona's denture cream.
What? All of a sudden she's too good to stick them in with bubble gum? Give me that.
Excusez-moi, but seeing as I was here first and the ice cream gentleman is parked in front of my mansion, I feel it's only right that I get served my Clown Sunday first.
Sorry, Toots. Looks like we got the last ones. Oh well, you snooze, you lose.
It sounds like something Angela would do. Little immature for
Go
Nicky.
raise some turtles.
You snooze, you lose. Hey, Uncle Nicky, you make up some cool sayings.
And Nanette wasn't even sleeping.
So now Uncle Nicky's
Oh,
bad
Johnny.
day's turned into our good day on account of Uncle Nicky makes a better kid than all of us kids put together.
That's because he's had a lot of practice.
I've got 5 fishy fish on Sheldon to beat Zippy.
Are you crazy? Zippy isn't called Zippy for nothing, Gordy Reinhardt.
Fishy fish? You guys are betting fishy fish? What do you say we make this a little more interesting?
Oh boy. The joys of
How about
gambling.
wait for lunch money.
Oh, gambling? Isn't that illegal?
Not to mention immoral, financially irresponsible, and unhygienic. Do you know how many dirty hands a dollar bill passes through in one day alone?
Especially where Uncle Nicky goes.
I gambled all the time. I mean, before I went to juvie. Besides, it's all for fun. Hey, now I can buy some new cologne-scented fuzzy dice for my car.
So we lost a little lunch money. It's a small price to pay to be hanging out with Uncle Nicky.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh hey. The wrestler.
Hey, Mac! What do you think you're doing? Hey, we're just a bunch of kids trying to have some fun. What do you think you're doing?
No harm done, right, sir? No need to hunt.
The kids make better adults than he does.
Right? Thanks, then. Glad we had this chat.
Uncle Nicky, we'd love to let you play, but
The game is called Foursquare.
And it's an elementary school. What the hell is he doing there? Man, there is lax security on this because that would not be happening today.
I think we lost him.
You didn't need that third branch, did you? I brought a fun calendar for the wall of our tree farm. Yo!
I don't know about you
The
guys,
heck?
but I'm starting to think that it sure would be fun if us kids could play with just us kids for a change.
Johnny, don't take this the wrong way. We like your Uncle Nicky and all, but
You like him? He's driving me nuts.
He's creeping me
Handle
out.
this gingerly. He's going through a difficult time after all. I say we sit him down and discuss our feelings about.
or we could just ditch him.
Yeah!
Of course, Gina would be the one to suggest that.
Time to play our favorite game of hide and go seek.
All right, Uncle Nicky. We'll hide and you seek. Count to 20.
20? How's about 10?
15.
Done! You's all are lousy hiders.
Any other ideas?
Oh boy.
Uncle Nicky, you found us just in time for doll time. Who wants to play with Sassy Sally and Celebrity Sue?
I haven't played with dolls. in
Celebrity
years.
Sue!
This
Like one of the
is
creators of the
great.
show.
Let me go get my Sergeant Pete.
I can't believe this. How can a grown man like dolls? Even I'm too old to play with dolls.
What time is tea today, Sassy Sally? Tea is at 3,
Huh.
as usual.
Gordy is so cool with who he is.
I think I hear the bushes calling me.
Sally!
Is there anything
Rude?
Uncle Nicky doesn't like to do?
I don't know. Nona's always saying that he doesn't like to work.
I've got it. The best idea.
Wow, and Johnny getting
I don't have any
abused.
more ideas left in my head after this one.
Yo, sorry it took me so long. I had to get Sergeant Pete's
Oh,
left
Gordy
leg
still
out
has
of
his
my
dolls with
glove
him.
compartment.
I say, this is how we read our gardens in merry old England.
Okay, Uncle Nicky. Now we're going to play the yard work game. I see a lot of weeds over there. You better get started.
You knows, I just love hanging out with you kids. Even if it means working. On account of hanging out with you kids makes me feel like a kid again.
Did you just say on account of?
That's my speech quirk.
Gina Lash, I can't take anymore. If we don't get away from him, I'm gonna do something drastic.
Oh my god, Gordy snaps.
I lead. I have to go to the bathroom.
Me too.
Hey, wait for me. Hey, how many people can fit in that bathroom? Just
It's a
you
clown
and me,
car.
kid. Hey, maybe tomorrow I can even come to school with yous.
So now it is just
Oh
me and
god.
Nicky, and it looks like I am going to be stuck with him forever. On account
Creepy.
He wants to stay a little kid forever. Maybe you should be careful for what you wish for, Uncle Nicky. On account of you didn't like being a kid so much the first time around. What? You don't remember? Well, I will remind you.
Interesting look for the revenge fantasy.
Remember the first time you tried to drive a car? Sorry, Uncle Nicky. You're not tall enough to see over the dashboard yet. But don't get too down in the dumps on account of you can't drive. There are other
Oh my
fun things to do when you're a kid. Remember the time you tried to swing with a 5th grader?
Is that? Same model for Derek.
Would you rather be swinging with your babes?
Uncle Nicky's a swinger? I mean,
But you're just a kid. The only babes that will play with you are Sassy Sally and Celebrity Sue. Too bad they're made.
personally, I think
plastic.
Uncle Nicky pays for his women.
Cheer up, Uncle Nicky. You were a little baby.
Whoa, that's Uncle Nicky's face on Baby Lulu's body.
You
Whoa.
little fuzzy dice. But unfortunately for you, it is illegal for little babies to do even a little gambling. Well, at least in here you can grow old without having to worry about the boring routine of
Better get used to being behind those bars.
anymore, right? Being a kid sure is fun, isn't it, Uncle Nicky? Fun? Wanting to be a kid may be the biggest mistake you've ever made, Uncle Nicky, even for you. Uncle Nicky, we have to talk.
Did you hear that? She called him Uncle Nicky. Oh, that is so cute.
It's the same face model from the as the nurse.
So responsible, so mature.
Hey, Angelas, don't you want to see how your friends are doing in the bathroom? Well, ladies, as a matter of fact, I am mature. Did you know I even have a gray hair?
That is so, distinguished. Can we call you sir?
You can call me Daddy.
Better than you want, sugar lips.
but there was some good satire in there. Well, I will admit, Uncle Nicky at the elementary school was pretty creepy. I actually really like the idea of the satire behind this episode, especially nowadays where it's much more relevant. You know, the adult in their 20s, 30s, even 40s, actually even, can happen at any age, but I see a lot of it, at least in the nerd community, 20s through 40s who still want to be a kid and never quite grew up. It's a really interesting idea reflected in this. Truly amazed at some of the jokes this show gets away with. And yeah, for the most part, while Nicky's definitely mature, I actually do think it's really interesting when he's an antagonist. It's the second episode that does feature him as an antagonist that I've reviewed. The other one was in Window Pane, and it is a nice change of pace. Again, kind of hilarious, but also weird that he'd be the one upstaging the net when that's so clearly Angela's thing. I don't think the other kids would really care. Again, it's really interesting when this show does satire because sometimes they get it really right, but sometimes there's a good idea, but it's not executed as strongly as it could have been. This one, I don't think it's as strong as, say, Girl with All the Answers, but it's not as missing the mark as, say, Yellow Book Road. This one, I think, especially because it is that much more of an issue now, especially with the rise in adults who never really did grow up. I think maybe if they got rid of some of the creep factor of this, which is mostly just seeing Uncle Nicky hang around the elementary school. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, the creepiness might actually help the point even more, showing why you need to grow up at some point, because you're not a kid forever, and it is weird to just stay in that world forever. Because it's true, while aging sucks, you're not a kid forever, and staying in that world mentally is not doing anyone any favors. But the revenge fantasy was great, and it had a good idea. Uncle Nicky's a very funny character. I like that he is, well, he's a little bit of a stereotype. He's also got a character. He's not quite an egregious stereotype like Miss Yamagaki. He's definitely more like Grunkle Stan or Johnny Bravo or Eddie from Ed, Edd and Eddy. Someone who thinks he's cool but is really tacky. I'm still convinced he pays for those girls because you see them together a lot. They're not particularly wealthy, but I'm pretty sure, I think the money Uncle Nicky does have goes to them. Anyways, I also did like the message that being a kid is not all it's cracked up to be. There are limitations, and especially they play with Uncle Nicky as a character because he likes the easy life, he likes women, and he likes nice cars, and he likes gambling, and which is obviously something you can't do as a kid. Especially now, we see so much romanticizing childhood. I've seen that a lot in media, the way people talk about it. So it's really, really great to see an episode that doesn't romanticize childhood all that much. Well, it is great to be a kid and you see Angela and her friends enjoying their youth. But it also shows, hey, there are benefits to being an adult too, especially if you like living on the wild side. And even if you don't, there are perks to adulthood. Anyways, interesting episode, interesting satire, change of pace in antagonists. It's good stuff. I love this show.